What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So guys, I've read your comments. I know what needed to be done. I finally figured out how to hold all comments for review. So starting today's video moving forward, all comments will be held for review. And this is hopefully temporary because I'd love to not have to manually, approve every single comment here, but it is in an effort to slow down and stop the amount of scammers and people trying to steal your money. And it's absurd. And the amount of I guess people impostering me or trying to pretend they're me to steal your money. It's absolutely ridiculous. I read your guys' comments. So now moving forward, all comments will be held for review. I apologize. Feel free to comment down below what your opinion is and I will approve you. So keep that in mind that all of your comments will be approved only by me, which is also really cool. And obviously the spam ones will not be able or will not be allowed to do so. Now, moving forward, like we said in today's video, we have to talk about the fact that these cryptocurrencies are starting to see some interesting thing. The sad one, the worst one, is obviously Ethereum. The past couple of days, we've been tracking Ethereum in its ascending fractal here. We were hoping, as our biased opinion is, for us to break bullish. And unfortunately, that is exactly what did not happen. As you can see, we usually tinker off top resistances and bottom supports right here, and then top resistances. Here we are again. We got sandwiched in here. We were hoping that we would stay above this uptrend as well as the price floor here and kind of rappel upwards here. Not what happened. We started a trend below it. And as we closed here, we started to see a short opportunity forming here, but we broke bearish. And the unsettling part is it could, ultimately send us even lower, quite a long ways down too, potentially down to bottom support at about 1384, which is not something we want to see, but it is a possibility. Granted, Ethereum was a little bit higher than the other cryptocurrencies. XRP is back down to bottom support. Yesterday, we actually broke through it, which is unfortunate. So we are trending below it here. And even for Bitcoin's kind of inside its kind of sideways channel here. We have a support right here that we've been holding on to fairly well. And you can see it here again. So hopefully we can kind of stay stagnant and use that as a support and not break below it. Because if we do, we're going to be in for some trouble. The biggest thing is the S&P, which started to trend below it, below our support yesterday, but we are still holding on to it fairly well. Obviously, today's the last day we can trade S&P, or the S&P is going to be open until Monday here. The goal, fingers crossed, is that today can actually start to trend us above. If we can stay above in a float here above this major support, then there's good news for next week with the possibilities of starting to see a trend of the upside. If today, deems the opposite, we start to trend below here, it's not going to be good. We're most likely going to see most major cryptocurrencies tank, and we are also going to see the S&P swing downwards too, which is unfortunate. That's, fingers crossed it doesn't happen. I don't think we need to pull even lower here because that would be a pretty substantial drop. We've already fallen 9.2%. Another drop would swing us into 13%, which would be terrible. Pretty much would reset all the gains we had from July all the way into August. A month of uptrend here would be all reversed in less than a month, which would be unfortunate here. So we do have to look at all that stuff with you guys. With that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's dive into today's video. As you guys know, I do have a second channel, my finance channel here. Dropped a video this morning, as you can see, how to dramatically increase your credit score without debt. It's a really cool video. It shows you guys my experiences of how I grew a credit score from 0 to an 805, at 24 years old. If that interests you or you guys have a lower score than me and want to know how I got to here, definitely make sure to go check this out. Link is down in the description below, and I would appreciate all your support. Now, with that being said, diving into the technical analysis here, you guys can see that we have pretty much a down market. Let's do a quick refresh. Everything is red. We did start to see prices drop quite substantially here. It's unfortunate. I don't know if it had anything to do with the S&P yesterday closing lower. It very well could have. This could have been the the little catalyst that started to correct everything lower here. But everything is starting to swing lower. The past week, we've had coins like Bitcoin down 6.5%, Ethereum down over 15%. Most of these cryptocurrencies are starting to correct a lot lower here. Even over the 24 hours, Ethereum has fallen 8%. That's pretty much the biggest catalyst here, whether Ethereum has been ahead of everything up, catching up to the lower cryptocurrencies. Regardless, we have been falling and correcting lower. So, this is why we haven't really made any trades over the past couple of days. We've been pretty much waiting patiently to see how these markets are going to start to play out over the next couple of days after getting rejected, after the inflation manipulation came out for August CPI coming in, higher. The core inflation month to month was higher than last month, which means the SEC, or sorry, the Feds are not fixing their problem, are not fixing the inflation problem. It's causing people to be uncertain, and money is leaving, the S&P. We were on a good roll, hoping that, inflation would start to come down year over year. It has. It went from 8.5 last month to 8.3, or sorry, 8.5 in July to 8.3 last month in August here. Hopefully we can continue that, spiral downwards here, but there's a very big chance interest rates are going to go up, and, I'm just hoping we can recover from the S&P, because there's a lot of things that are down like 30% over the year, and it's been a horrible year for the S&P and for crypto here. But usually following that comes movements to the upside, and that's really what we're holding on for and waiting for. This isn't something we haven't experienced before. We've experienced this in 2018 and in 2019, just correction to the downside and not really much movement, just stagnant trading sideways. So, it's very similar to what we're starting to see now, and I'm hoping it goes away soon, but we have to be optimistic. We're looking for a bull run coming end of 2023 into 2024. I know it's a whiles away, but, we got to make do with what's going on right now. As for XRP right now, we've been pretty much stagnant on trades because of the reversal here. We did make quite a bit of profit off the rally to the upside, but we haven't really been able to do anything with this. We've kind of been waiting to see where we'd kind of find support, and because we broke through this yesterday here, there's a chance we could find support a little bit lower at 30 cents, which would be horrible. We'd be back down at where we started from back in, in June. So the goal is for that not to happen, but we have to be patient, wait and see if it's to come. We have to see where exactly we're going to be moving to. I don't like to trade on something like this, specifically just this constant dip to the downside here. I don't know if we're going to reverse back up. I don't know if we're going to fall back down to the downside here. We need to kind of see where exactly we're going to trade inside the sideways channel here. Are we going to pull back to support? Then we can make a pretty substantial trade and start to put trades together. But until then, we're pretty much just sitting in waiting ducks and waiting for something to happen here. Ethereum too is a big one. We had an ascending fractal, which unfortunately broke bearish. We had a very major retest here of resistance, which we got rejected from. So I guess that caused the correction. We had a major sideways channel. We had a major price ceiling. We had a major downtrend, and we had moving averages, all retesting and battling out this major resistance. And you can see the price rejected off that, and we corrected lower, broke bearish from the ascending fractal, and now we're starting to fall downwards, most likely retesting 1389. Same thing applies with Bitcoin, which is also floating lower. It sucks. It really does. This was a big retest. I mean, I kind of had a feeling we weren't going to be breaking through it. You can see if we jump to the weekly, we have this massive descending fractal that we've been waiting patiently to break through, because when we do, we should hopefully see a pretty substantial run back up to 3840K. This can move things and delay things into October now, which should be another 2 to 3 weeks of sideways consolidation inside the symmetrical triangle, descending triangle. The goal is, if we can break the descending triangle or the descending fractal, it's a descending fractal. It could also be a descending triangle, however you want to look at it. We have a support here and a downtrend, but it's mainly a descending fractal in regards to how it's filling in the gaps here, falling to the downside. We are now retesting pretty much the lowest point we've been to in 2022, which is close to 19K. We broke through the 20K support, which sucks, but the goal, hopefully, is that we can maintain this and really fill in the gap here. There's going to be a lot of the sideways trading. Hopefully we can fill in the gap, and my goal is we break through it. Because if we don't and we break through 19K, support, we're going to see a massive correction to the downside, and we're going to see 12K, which would be pretty, insane. A lot of people would be very scared and worried. But it is a big possibility that we could see a 10K, Bitcoin price. So just be prepared. We have to see how this plays out, because right now we're back inside a channel that we've had lots of support and luck with. But if we break through it as we fill in the gap here, we could see a pretty detrimental correction to the downside, and nobody wants to see that. So keep your eyes peeled on the markets. I'm not trading. I don't like to trade inside sideways channels here. So let this play out. If we can close back above resistance, maybe we'll go along it. If we break through bottom support, obviously we'll short it. We do all of our trades on Bityard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that we like to use here on the channel. Link is down in the description. Remember, if you sign up, you can then click on Mystery Box to earn some free crypto, which is awesome. Not only do they offer long and short positions, they even offer leverage as well as a demo account to test your skills without using any money. It's just literally, monopoly money here. The best part is they even offer XRP, which is super cool. But with that all being said, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. It sucks. I know it's just annoying to have these markets continue to dip lower here, but we have to just wait it out and be patient. With that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.